I think my involvement with Maiden has been a bit of both, a hindrance and a curse and a blessing, if you know what I mean. Because the fans are now finally coming around to the music I do, which is a lot heavier, more hardcore. I'm singing it differently. I can do it the high notes and that. There's a million other singers who do it, so I can't be asked. But on the other hand, there's a million other singers who sing hardcore as well. But I think someone coming from my era doing this, sort of, you know, is a bit different. It's very hard to say. For me, in some ways, I've still got the same fans, Maiden fans, and I'll get new fans, which I said, which are more hardcore, punk influenced, which is fantastic. I love that. But you still got the die-hard Maiden fans here, but I think they're only there to hear me play them songs. I don't know if they're going to be there for my new albums, but that doesn't mean anything. I've moved on, another generation. I get about 2 generations of people come to my shows. Maiden probably get 1 and a bit, you know, like, so I don't know, it's all different. It's all different, but it's all from the same family tree, so regardless, I can't deny my roots. Maiden cannot deny that I was with them. That's it. So like it or lump it, you get the best of both, really. But it is a bit of a pain in the arsehole when you have to sit down and answer endless questions on Iron Maiden. Then you get round to about 10 minutes of my own band. I'm like, well, fuck you, man. Like, I sell as many records as they do, especially in South America. What the fuck are you doing for me? You know, so I'll get up and I'll walk away. I get really upset. Only because I don't think that's fair. How much more do you want to know from me about Iron Maiden? I've been doing the fucking interviews for 20 odd years. What's going on with these people? So, you know, like, this is the documentary, this is different. But every interview I do, whether it's Metal Hammer or somebody's like, oh, we're going to go back to Iron Maiden. So I'm like, fuck you, I want to walk away. My fondest memories, some of my favourite ones anyway, was the Ruskin Isles first show when I got my nuts blown off by Dave. That was quite nice. Painful too. I think the 5 nights at Hammersmith Odeon was fantastic. That was really something for us. And at the Marquee, that was cool. Our first gold albums was really cool. Then you know you sort of arrived, you know what I mean? But I think we still all had our, you know, our heads on our shoulders, you know, that was fantastic. A Japanese music award I got, which I gave to Nico McBrain before he even joined Iron Maiden, was quite funny. There's so many memories. I think the best memories are always actually meeting the kids, you know, from different parts of the world and stuff like that. You know, the ones in Japan, the ones in America, England, Germany, everywhere. You know, there's someone who'll stick in your mind, even though most of them seem to think that you're still going to remember them 25 years later or something. And some of them I do. Some of them are still my friends. But there's so many memories. But I think the album going that high in the charts, the first album was fantastic. That was one of the best memories you could ever wish for, really. And then to be presented with the gold albums, that was unbelievable. I mean, that was beyond your wildest dreams 3 times, you know what I mean? We're like, God, you know, it's great. But they wouldn't let you know that in East London. You walk down the streets and it's still like, yeah, you wanker, you know, sort of thing. But it's great, though. That's what it should be, you know what I mean? So all these great memories. Met loads of rock stars, you know, Kiss, we've been on tour with Kiss, with Maiden there. Gene Simmons was a fantastic friend to me, bought me a fantastic thing for my birthday, the same bracelet he had, but in silver instead of gold. I've still got it, love it. He was my money manager at the time. He used to keep me in a headlock, walk me up and down at the shows and make sure I give him money out of my per diem so I had money to go home with. All these things are fantastic, they stay in your head, but they're all very personal, and to explain them to somebody else, you've got to be there for this, you know what I mean? Bon Scott, my first ever beer, Bon Scott got me. My God, I mean, it's unreal, isn't it? You know, I'm sitting there, I love that man. I have 2 people who I think are so normal, but managed to do something so fantastically musically. Bon Scott is one, and I would say the other one was Steve Marriott, Humble Pie, because Steve was my mentor, and I owe him probably everything I do today is down to him. So, you know. Well, no, they've changed again, because after Bruce left, they got Blaze Bayley in, who had no voice whatsoever. And that was a mistake. He did 2 albums, and he just wasn't right for Maiden. He's a good singer, but what he does with Wolfsbane and that, not for Maiden, it definitely wouldn't work. Now Bruce is back again. I think Iron Maiden, regardless of what singer they have, as long as Steve Harris is in the band, as long as Dave Murray's in the band, and I suppose now Adrian, even Yannick, and Yannick's a good friend of mine, and like, you know, he's still a new boy. So is Nico. I don't think it'll make any difference. And Bruce is like part of the furniture, you know what I mean? But I think if Bruce actually left again, they got another singer in, it'll still be Maiden. The people will buy it out of curiosity, good or bad or whatever. So I think the longevity is actually Maiden itself, not the actual. It's not the parts, it's the sum that make what it is. You know what I mean?